Hello everyone. So this is a really quick video. I'm not going to go through it in a lot of detail like the other video that you'll see with plie and things like that, but I will go through placement of the body. And so when you're in class, there's a certain way that we need to be holding our bodies. There's a certain energy that needs to be going throughout your body, and you should be aware of what that is. And if first of all, let's go through alignment. If you look at a side view of any student, or if you're checking yourself, you should have your spine in alignment. And what that means is you should be able to draw a straight line going down from your ear to your shoulder to your hips. And so if you have, if you observe someone with their head jutting forward, you have to correct it by lifting the chin and lengthening the neck. If you have shoulders that are slumped over, you have to kind of pull back so those shoulders will be upright and your spine is in proper alignment. If your hips have a tendency to rock backwards or rock forward, you need to kind of check that and make sure that you're pulling up inside your belly and pushing down back here, and also tightening the gluteus maximus, okay? For your knees and your toes, your knees should always be in alignment with the direction that your toes or your feet are going. And so you should never ever have knees that are moving inward and your toes are going in a different direction, because that'll twist your knees. Okay, from the front view, you should have a very long neck. Your chin should be level. Your gaze should be slightly upward. Okay, chest should be open. Don't pinch your back so that your shoulder blades jut out. You should have a nice smooth back. Shoulders should be pushed down. Ribs are pulled in. Tummy is pulled up. In your leg area for turnout, you need to rotate from the hips. So there's a rotation coming this way so that your legs will turn out. For your quads, you have to pull up, so they should be very hard to the touch. Same thing with your calf muscles. They should be very hard to the touch and engaged. You should be pushing down into the floor with your feet, and you should be slightly forward. Your weight should be slightly forward on the front of your foot and not your heels. Okay, so that's a lot to remember. For the arms, you should have your elbows up at all times, up, okay? And there should be a slight breath or a slight space between your arms and your body, all right? And so that is the placement of your body in a dance class, whether that be ballet or modern dance. Moving on, placement of the feet. So we have turned in position. So your knees, your hips are turned in, your knees are straight forward, your feet are forward, your feet are together. So first position turned out is with your both toes and heels together. So when we rotate from the hips, only the heels touch and the feet, the toes will jut outward, okay? So this is first position turned out. First position of the arms will be rounded in front of you. The beginning position is called bras-bas. Okay, this is bras-bas. First position. So the arms raise from the center of the body to the front of the chest and is slightly lower than your chest. Second position turned out. You would shift your weight slightly on one side so it shouldn't be noticeable. Point the foot and then rest it down. You should not have too much of a space between your feet. And as you do that, second position of the arms is opened, still curved, and the elbows are still up. Lift that foot again and bring that heel to the middle of the other foot. And now you have third position, okay? Push that foot forward and rest it down. Your heels should be in alignment in a straight line, right? There should be a straight line between the two heels. This is open fourth. And if you bring that foot a little bit over so that your heel is in alignment with the toe, that is closed fourth. And if you shift your weight once more and bring your heel into your toe, now you have fifth position. So you should know these positions. You will get a few visuals in your assignment so that you can see the position of the feet and the arms. I don't want to spend too much time on that right now. Okay, so if you have a dining room chair or something that's it's a little higher than your waist, you should use that as a temporary bar if you don't have a bar to use at home. Now, for pliés, what you should practice every single day is pliés in every position. Try 2 demi-pliés and 1 grand plié at a count of 4. So your demi-plié should be a count of 4. It would be 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? Again, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now my arms were different both times, but this is the second time. What you're going to do now, after your second round of demi-pliés, is you will grand plié all the way down, remembering not to allow your backside to stick out. Drop those heels as you're coming up, come all the way up, and then tendu to second. Again, demi and demi, grand plié, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to lift that foot to bring it to third. And you'll do it again, demi, 2, 3, 4, grand plié, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tendu to fourth, demi, 2, 3, 4, grand plié, 1, 2, 3, 4, tendu to fifth, and demi, 2, 2, grand plié, 1, 2, 3, 4, and when you're finished with this side, you raise up to relevé, let go of your bar, balance, then you would turn towards your little bar to do the other side. Okay, so that's plié. So what you would do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or you can do half that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Depending on how much time you have to work out in the morning or in the evening. Tendus. So from first position, this can be, I recommend you do this in first position and fifth position. So I'm going to show you first and fifth. So from first position, what you want to do is tendu to the front and in, side and in, back and in, side and in. You can use different repetitions. So in other words, instead of doing just 1, you can use 4. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, side, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, and side, side, 2, 3, 4. So you can use different repetitions depending on how much time you have. From fifth position, I want to make this clear. When you're doing different repetitions, you want to make sure, I'm going to show you 4, that when you're doing the side position, that you know exactly where your feet are supposed to be placed. And so when you're doing front, 2, 3, 4, you've just closed in fifth. Now you're going to go side, close back first, side, close front, side, close back, side, close front. And so now what ends up happening here is now I'm in the front. But what should happen is after you do your 4 to the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, now you're going to do side, close front, wherever you start from. Side, close back, side close front, side close back, and you'll end up in the back. And then you'll do back, 2, 3, 4. Now you'll do side close back where you started, side close front, side close back, side close front, and so that you end up exactly where you started. Okay? And repeat on the other side. So here's what it looks like. So time to do with the arms is 1, 2, 3, 4, side, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, and side, 2, 3, 4. And you can plie and straight, plie, and go to the other side. Okay? Rond de jambe. This is also in another video. So with the rond de jambe, what you want to do is give yourself different variations. So we went through plie, we went through releve, and we can do rond de jambe on the floor, and we can also do it off the floor. And so with the rond de jambe, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can plie, and 2, and 3, close 4. Off the floor, 2, 3, and 4, and plie, and straight, and plie again. To the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, plie, and straight, plie, other side. Okay? Dégagé. Like tendu, when you're in fifth, you're going to do the same sequence, close front, close back, close front, close back. So dégagé is simply lifting the foot slightly off the floor and bringing it back in. The accent is going to be different than tendu, and so you want to be very, very careful. Tendu is out and in. Dégagé is in and in. So from first position, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, side, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, and side, and 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you're coming from fifth position, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Close front and back and front and back and back and 2 and 3 and 4 and back and front and back and front. Plie, straight, plie, and other side. So that's dégagé. Battement. We also want to make sure that we are really using our legs and strengthening them. So your plie, as you're coming up and down, this is going to prepare you for jumps. So now it's also going to prepare you to be able to lift your leg and hold it there. All right. For very, very high kicks, you do what you can without raising the hip. So for me, I can do about hip level. Okay. Maybe there are others that can do a little bit higher. So, but you want to make sure you stretch your hamstrings before you do battements. So for battement, you can do the same as you do from first position with tendu, only you're lifting much, much higher, and you're trying your best not to raise that hip as you bring it up. So it will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to the side, side, and 2 and 3 and 4 to the back, back, and 2 and 3 and 4 to the side, side, and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest. By this time, you would have worked up a really nice sweat. And so you want to make sure that you drink something, and then you can continue with your workout in the morning every day for the next 2 weeks. Okay? And you will receive update videos so that you can continue to challenge yourself each and every week. Okay? So God bless you all.